Okay guys, this is just going to be a video about sleep, how to get better sleep and why you should get better sleep. So, I was a massive night owl until very recently. It's just a new change of influence in my life where I'm sure this will change as, things go on in my life. But at this stage of my life, I try to go to bed at 9 o'clock every evening and wake up at 6. Now, there are times when I can't stick to that for whatever reason, if that's social things going on or, my body clock's not quite there yet. But that's my target that I aim to meet. And I do it because you just feel like, the thing is, like, a lot of people haven't really, unless you're catching a flight or something, a lot of people just don't really realise how good it is to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Many people realise that, you got a good night's sleep and you wake up at 6, you see the sunrise, it's just stupidly nice how it feels. So, and not many people feel this. Not many people get to experience that. And not only that, but you come back from a walk at 8:30, have a warm shower, and go to bed at 9. That's just the most beautiful feeling. I just can't describe how natural you feel. And it probably sounds a bit weird saying this, but I'm just going to say it anyway, but you just feel really kind of, like, horny, but, like, in a good way. Like, it's really weird, it's like you're horny, but you don't want to wank, basically. Really weird. But like, you have that kind of thing when you go to sleep. The time you're evolved to, because of the circadian rhythm and everything. Maybe it's your testosterone or something, but it just feels fantastic going to bed at 9, after waking up at 6. And it's just a sad truth that not many people really get to experience it. And trust me, guys, I've done the late nights to death. That's my. I love that shit. I love that shit. But even I'm saying, like, this is better, waking up at 5. Or waking at 6 in my case. I don't really have anything more to say about it. I think just give it a try if you haven't already. And you'll see what I mean. I think you need to do it properly, like get a good night's sleep and wake up at 6, which is quite difficult to do because you have to go to bed, like I say, at 9. But we'll talk a bit about how to get yourself in a routine with it, because I'm still learning at the moment. But yeah, that's really it's just try it and then you'll see what I mean. But for what it's worth, like, I just think your productivity skyrockets if you get up early. You can just go to the gym, be back at your desk at 9 o'clock, or if you've got a job, at your 9 to 5 at 9 o'clock, just feeling fantastic. That's such a good feeling, that's such an amazing thing to be able to do that. Your hormones are much better. You just feel so much happier. It's just so many pluses as I can see it. Just off the scale, really. So that's the kind of upsides of it. Now, how to do it? This is where it gets quite tricky, because it is quite a difficult thing to achieve. What I would suggest is two options, and it depends on your personality type which ones you're going to do. Now I'm going to say each of them, and they're both going to sound very obvious, and they are obvious, but I didn't really consider any of these things before actually like properly deciding to do them. So you forgive me if this sounds stupid. So first thing you can do is something that was suggested by CEO of Testosterone, and this is the first time I got up at 6 a.m. of my own accord. This is what I've done. I've actually logged this, so you can check that out if you want to try it. What I did was I went to bed at just my normal time at that point in my life, which was 2 o'clock in the morning. And I just thought I'm going to set an alarm for 6, and just hopefully I'll get up, and that'll be sick if I do. And I was actually really excited about getting up at 6 because I'd never really done it before, and I was excited to try it. I just suddenly got sudden motivation to try it. And also went to sleep. It was really weird. Like I went to sleep. I was actually so excited to wake up early, and it was like Christmas or something. And I managed to do it. I was very tired throughout the day. You know, probably not functioning fantastically. But the weird thing is, like, you guys will see this for yourself when you try it. You know, if you wake up with the sun and you hear the birds chirping and you see the sun going up in the sky, you get a real lift from that, and you're sort of, that can really, in my case, I could just function as normal really, having just watched the sunrise. You know, my emotions were playing up a bit. You know, I probably didn't get as good of a workout as I would have otherwise, and stuff like that. You know, I don't think it's a good long-term strategy, but if you just want to try it overnight, then that's definitely the thing to do. Just wake up early at 6, and the good thing is you're absolutely knackered, so you just go to bed at 9, whether you want to or not. That's like you're ready to go to bed, and then you've changed the habit overnight. So that's one way you can do it. Now another way is kind of something that I'm semi-trying at the moment, which is just a more traditional orthodox thing of just going to bed maybe half an hour earlier every night. Or even just going to bed at 9 o'clock, regardless of what time you woke up in the morning, and just set your alarm for 6. And the reason the latter is good is because it's a nice, unlike the sort of wake up at 2, it's a bit, you know, if you're going to be knackered when you wake up, so you might not do it. But you're kind of putting the steps in place if you wake up, if you go to bed at 9. So if you get the alarm at 6 and you go to bed at 9, even if you haven't slept very well because your body clock's not used to it. For me anyway, when I do this, like a little bit of my head's just like, well, I went to bed at 9, so I might as well just get up. You know, I haven't slept very well, but fuck it, you know, I need to get up. That's kind of me in my head in the mornings when the alarm goes off at 6. In that scenario, compare that to kind of there's a more half-hearted thing of, you know, you stay out late watching Netflix, and then it comes 6 o'clock, and you're like, well, I didn't even go to bed properly at the right time, so I'm tired, so fuck this, you know. So it just depends which personality you have as to which one you want to try. Or, like I said as well, you can just slowly ease it back. It just depends what sort of personality type you have. The problem I have with easing it back hour by hour, like, or half an hour by half an hour every night, is that I think that allows too much wiggle room for my Jeffrey brain, if you will, because especially if I'm trying to conquer like a very late sleep schedule, it's going to take me about 2 weeks to climb all the way back to 9 o'clock as my bedtime. So I prefer just extreme action that maybe in the short term is not very good because it makes me really tired. But in the long term, I can just switch it up in a few days. So like for example, tonight I went to bed at 9. I was just laying awake for hours, so eventually got up now and I'm recording these videos. But the alarm's set for 6 and I expect to go up at that time. And you know, it's, you know, like, so this, my point is, that's kind of, it's not working perfectly, but you know, I'm still just committing to the process, and I'll probably be tired tomorrow, but then in the evening I'll be ready to go to bed at 9 o'clock again. So that's the thing. That's my kind of attitude towards getting up early. But one thing to remember is it's just about, you gotta understand how good it feels to get up early first. So I think find some way to just try getting up at 6 o'clock, and then I think you'll realise how good it is, and the motivation will just kind of do it for you. You won't need to worry about making yourself get to bed at that time. You'll just naturally want to. That's certainly where I am at the moment. And if that doesn't happen to you, then slightly why do you want to go to bed early anyway? You know, no problem. It's all about just what you want to do at the end of the day. But yeah, oh, and one last thing, like social life. How do you fit social life into this? So it's quite difficult. It's not such a problem for me. I'm at a point now where I'm really more focused on work and fitness, and I'm not too, and this YouTube, and I'm not too worried about socialising. But you know, I do make exceptions for if it's a big occasion. You know, so that's the difficulty. It does get you out of your flow, but I just see it as an opportunity to get back into the to practice getting back into the flow, because that's, again, half the battle is getting your body into the rhythm of it more than anything else. So that's kind of how I view it. So thank you for watching, and I hope you found it helpful. Feel free to like and subscribe if you're interested, and let me know how you get on as well, because I think it's a really interesting topic, and I'll do a lot of videos about this in the future. So thanks very much.